What's going on, traders? In this video, we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of Top 1 Futures and Tradeify, two of the main instant funded accounts here in the futures prop firm market. We're going to be looking at all the details that I would want to know about if I was going to make this decision. Let's jump into it. Now, before we get started, guys, it's important for me to note I am partnered and affiliated with Top 1 Futures and formerly partnered and affiliated with Tradeify. I can't stand to be unbiased if I stand to make money. Important for me to be transparent about that and for you to do your own research and make your own decisions. Now, let's take a look at these two. Again, we are looking at two 50K instant funded accounts. So neither of these have a profit target that you have to hit before you get funded. You are directly into a funded account with both of these. Starting at the top, we have price, and I've got a little green check mark on this one next to the one that is doing better in that category. You can look at it at the end and see how all of them tally up. If we look at the price of the Top 1 Futures 50K instant funded, straight to funded account, it's $269.10 with code RDF. I will link that bad boy right here. Again, you're supporting me, supporting the channel with that code RDF. Tradeify right now is $330.85 for the 50K, so just a bit higher with the current best discount. Again, this stuff does change, and I will note that now. Always go to the site for the most recent and updated information. As you guys know, this site does change. Top 1 Futures has recently had some rule changes. Tradeify has made rule changes this year as well. Make sure you are doing your research. Go to the site, but depending on when you're watching this video, things could have already changed. Make sure you check this stuff out for yourself, especially prices, right? Discounts come and go. Next up, we have a consistency rule. They are tied on this one. Both of them do have a 20% consistency rule. If you want to learn more about what a consistency rule is, you have no idea what I'm talking about, hit my channel. Maybe I'll try to link it right here. I have a detailed video on what the consistency rule actually is with straight to funded accounts, how you can do some examples, some calculations on the front end, make sure you abide by that. But right here, these are both equal at a 20% consistency rule. Looking at the daily loss limit, Top 1 Futures is going to win this one. No daily loss limit with that current discount at that price, code RDF. Tradeify has a $1,250 soft breach, meaning if you hit $1,250 of loss in a single trading day, you will be liquidated and closed out of the account. It doesn't kill the account, doesn't blow the account. Not a hard breach, right? That's what we mean by soft breach. And you would have to wait till the next day to continue trading. Top 1 Futures, for better or for worse, right? Because some people do like a daily loss limit. There's no DLL. You can utilize the entire account. That's a benefit because as you scale, it gives you more freedom and flexibility. You don't get clipped out of maybe being in drawdown and then continuing back into profit. But it's worth noting, set a daily loss limit, a personal daily loss limit in Project X so you don't blow the account all in one shot, if that's a concern for you, but you have the flexibility to use more of that capital, right? More of that starting capital. Looking at the max loss limit on these, both $2,000. That's really your working risk capital. You have $2,000 to start. You go below that on any of these accounts, you are losing the account as a whole. Drawdown mode, both of these tied here again. End of day, no intraday trailing drawdown BS on realized, unrealized profit. It is calculated at the end of the day and then moves you into that next day to set your max loss limit, your daily loss limit, if there is one. The drawdown lock, equal on these as well, just past the starting balance. So as you move into profit, where does that drawdown, that max loss limit, stop trailing? At $50,100 for these. Now, looking at the minimum payout amount, if you wanted to take the minimum, if you wanted flexibility to leave more in the account, Top 1 Futures is going to win this category as well, allowing you to take out as little as $500. Tradeify, you are taking out $1,000 minimum per payout. Looking at the profit target for the first payout in these 50Ks, $3,000 for both of them. Both equal, very reasonable. You have to put up $3,000 without losing $2,000 while abiding by all the other rules, importantly looking at that consistency rule. Now, here's a major category to look at. What's the max payout I can take? $2,500 with Top 1 Futures is more aggressive than the $2,000 with Tradeify. So you have to trade towards that $3,000 in profit in the 50K instant funded accounts with both of these. You're able to pull out $2,500 of the Top 1 Futures account. You're able to pull out $2,000 of that $3,000 in profit of the Tradeify account. Now, small difference dollar amount, pretty large difference percent-wise, right? You're able to take out near that full amount, right? Only leaving $500, which would put you into a sticky situation in the Top 1 Futures account. With Tradeify, you're still able to take out a decent chunk, $2,000 out of that $3,000, but really solid when we're looking at the percent of profit you're able to actually withdraw once you actually work towards a profit target, right? Now, minimum trading days to payout with the add-on, which costs additional money, not just that price that we have listed on here. With the add-on, you have the option to do it in as little as 5 days with Top 1 Futures. Without the add-on, you have it at 10 days. That's going to take the cake because you do have the option to take it to a faster payout, just 5 trading days if you hit the consistency rule perfect, which is not really common. But with that anytime payout add-on, there's no minimum trading days, no window or anything like that. And you are able to just get paid as you hit that profit target and meet the consistency rule. Tradeify, you have 10 minimum trading days. Again, without it on Top 1 Futures and with Tradeify, these are minimum trading days without a profit target amount. So other firms like Top Step, maybe you have to put up a $200 green day. With these, we're talking about taking at least 1 trade during the trading session. Payout speed on both of these, very fast, minutes to hours. I'm not going to put a winner on here. I think Top 1 Futures has displayed extremely fast payouts from what Tradeify is showing and claiming, from their team. Very fast as well. I think looking at these, with both of them, you're going to get paid out pretty damn quick, right? It's not like we're waiting days or weeks for payouts, on average. Again, you can hop in these guys' Discords. You can hop on their sites to take a look. But oftentimes traders will post how fast across socials they're receiving payouts within their Discords. It's pretty interesting to look at as well. Very, very fast. Again, I could speak on Top 1 Futures a little bit more just because I have my finger on that pulse a little bit more. Extremely fast. Some of the fastest that I've seen in the industry, but not going to put a check mark next to either one of these. Going to just say they're both very fast. Profit split, both equal on this one, 90% off the bat. They are taking a 10% chop right off the bat. Equal. News trading as well, allowed here. No crazy rules around news. You got to close out 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after. Both of them, you are allowed to trade news, which is great. Now, here's one in the Tradeify column. You are able to copy trade up to 5 accounts with Tradeify. You are limited to just 3 with Top 1 Futures. Again, they're flexible in certain areas, and they do have some, risk-off rules, which would be 3, right? So if you are someone that really wants to leverage that copy trading, you want to copy trade, max amounts of accounts, Tradeify is taking the win in that column. Looking at the platforms available, Top 1 Futures has Project X, my preferred platform. Love the Project X platform. I'm obviously biased to that one, but I've been trading on it since it came out as Top Step X. It's now available across multiple firms. I really do enjoy that trading view chart. Tradeify has Tradeivate and Ninja Trader. This one's going to come down to preference, right? No check mark next to either one. You could be someone that says, hey, Zach, I love Tradeivate. I'm a Ninja Trader type of guy. That's where, I've been trading for years, and I'm going to really prefer Tradeify for that reason. Somebody else like me is going to say, hey, Project X, have a big preference to Project X. I enjoy that platform. That's what I want to trade on. So complete preference there, but that's what's available. Somewhat limited in both areas. They both don't have a huge suite where you can trade on, a whole bunch of different platforms. I'm assuming that, and I've heard that more platforms are going to come to Top 1 Futures, including Tradeivate Ninja Trader. I think they halted onboarding new firms, new brokerages with their acquisition that was going on in the crypto market. But I think Tradeivate and Ninja will come to Top 1 Futures very quickly. I'd have to assume Tradeify is going to get their hands on Project X at a certain point. Don't know why they haven't done that yet, but I would assume that, that column will be across the board, both on both sides soon enough. But always check the sites to get the most detailed information. Now, looking at the minimum trade duration, again, they both have a rule giving you the minimum time to trade. I'm not going to put a check mark next to them. You're going to see why right here. So Top 1 Futures has a 10-second minimum, but it is not a immediate breach, not a hard set rule at a certain percent of profit, but excessive violations are penalized, right? So technically slightly higher than the 50% of profit must come from trades held over 5 seconds, going past that 5-second mark with the 10-second rule. But that one, you have a hard rule to say you're not getting paid out if you have 50% of your profit coming from trades that are under that, not over 5 seconds, right? Top 1 Futures, you can read the rule on their site. They say excessive violations, are going to be penalized. I think it's, somewhat what I'm going to say is, halfway equal here. I don't really know which one to put the check mark on. I think both of them are going to really display, if you're scalping, hyper scalping, super scalping, micro scalping, whatever you want to call it, neither one of these are really going to fit for you, right? If you're holding trades in that, let's say 1 to 10 second on average, like that's primarily where your trading is coming from, neither one of these are going to be a great option, right? I think if you're below, that marker, right, probably not going to be a great option. There's other firms out there without the micro scalping rule. Neither one of these are going to be a good fit for somebody where that's primarily how they trade. I think either one of these, you have a trade rocket to take profit, not going to be an issue, right? You're not going to have excessive violations with top one. You're not going to go over 50% of your profit with Tradeify. So, it's something to note. Obviously an important rule to pay attention to, but not a huge drawback, in my opinion, on either one of these. Now, path to live account with Top 1 Futures, taking the check mark in this category. Consider for live after just 3 payouts from the same account. Tradeify, you are considered after 4 payouts from the same account. I think it's very important to take a look at, is the firm getting live traders to live? Yes, we've seen it very quickly with Top 1 Futures since they've launched. They have multiple traders now live. After 3 payouts from the same account, they are kicking you to a live account, which they have some benefits on both of these. Tradeify, close second behind that one. 4 payouts from the same account, you are getting considered for a live account. Support and response time, both of these very fast. Top 1 Futures taking the win in this category with 24/7 live chat support and extremely fast average response time within that live chat support. Tradeify, close behind that, 24/7 chat support, averaging 45-minute response time, somewhere around that mark. Again, both of these, very fast. What I've seen, again, personally, out of Top 1 Futures, extremely fast on the support side. And then last but not least, live scaling plan. Both of these do have a live scaling plan, meaning they are incentivizing that move to live. They have added benefits. Speaking quickly on Top 1 Futures, for example, the consistency rule goes away. There is daily payouts. Every 24 hours, you can request a payout. There's no upside cap, and they continue to scale with you, adding accounts as you hit profit targets. Tradeify has a plan as well that is also very aggressive, very nice. I think as we see more changes within the prop firm space, oftentimes tightening in the sim environment, looking at that path to live, looking what happens when you get to a live account, all of that stuff can be important. I do have a video on Top 1 Futures, transition to live account, what you have to do to get there, what it looks like as you transition to a live account, if you want to check that out on the channel as well. Again, guys, remember, very aggressive here on the Top 1 Futures side. Tradeify, also solid aggressive. I think these are both really good options. You can see where a lot of these check marks are. Again, I'm biased. I stand to make money. I'm partnered with Top 1 Futures. Important for me to say that. Use code RDF if you want to support me, support the channel. Do your own research, right? At the end of the day, I will say, I believe it comes down to preference, right? There could be any one of these categories that is going to be a non-negotiable for you specifically. You could say, I hate Project X. I only want to trade with Tradeovate, or I only want to copy trade 5 accounts. Boom, Tradeify is going to be a solid option for you. You say, I only have $270 to spend on a prop firm, and I want a 50K instant funded. Well, Top 1 Futures is probably going to fit that budget. But you get where I'm coming from here. I think across the board with prop firms, and I've talked about this in interviews, on roundtables, look at the rule set. Look at what you have to do to get a payout. Look at all the different rules, consistency rules, max loss limit, daily loss limit, profit targets, all of these things that we talked about, and pick something that fits with you and your strategy best, right? Meshes with you well, the least amount of resistance. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money, even trading with prop firms. Do your own research, make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And like I talked about, the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like RDF and Top 1 Futures. Catch you guys trading live here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. Smash like, smash subscribe. If you want more videos like this, leave it down below in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. Talk to you guys soon.